No, it's not the glasses. Yeah, I wear glasses, but that's not it. I've only used one marketing system formula method at heart since 1997. That's what, 25 plus years? I can't even count. Can't even count. But yeah, one formula. And it's the only formula you really need. I'm not saying it's easy, it's simple. It's not always easy. But at least you know what the task is. At least you have a plan. At least you have a formula. At least you have a system and you know what the heck you're doing. And within that context, to some degree, you can avoid getting distracted. You don't know me. My name is Marlon Sanders. I've been doing this full time since 1997. I help product creators, course sellers, online entrepreneurs uh, create, package, sell, and deliver your products and services. So, what is this thing? When I started doing this back in 1997, I had no clue what I was doing. In a lot of ways, I did, but I didn't. Right. Well, we'll kind of lay a little bit of groundwork. The very first thing I learned, I think, about marketing was how to write a sales letter. And I learned about unique selling proposition, differentiation, learned about the value of a customer. And and then after that, those basics, I learned one simple thing, the money's in the list. And people say, "Oh, it's not in the list, it's in the relationship, or it's in this or that or the other," blah, 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 as marketers do. They could never just make a simple statement and agree with it. But be that as it may, the money's in the list. I've been saying that since 1997, I believe now. So that means that the marketing system that you need to follow and that will make you a lot of money, a lot of sales. I've sold millions of dollars and thousands of products, is actually pretty simple. And so it's just this little formula is now number one, step number is target your potential buyers. Now, the nice thing about saying target your potential buyers is it sounds more doable. I mean, probably the better statement is build an audience. Problem with build an audience is like it sounds so ethereal, like, oh, okay, Marlon, I'll just snap my fingers and I'll have an audience. Oh, listen, I got an audience. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way. Um, so targeting a market or an audience, though, is more achievable. You say, these or this, and this are the people that I think can buy what I'm my offer. These people, and these people. And I mean, the fact remains you still gotta get the attention of those people. But if you like the term, you can use it either way. Step number one, build an audience. Step number two, target your likely responders, your likely buyers. Who are they? Where are they? Can you reach them? How can you reach them? It's never been easier today to reach people, never been harder today to reach people. It's never been easier because we have social media out the wazoo. Rumble, Twitter X Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest. We got social media out the wazoo, and it works. You can get your message out there. That's the good news. The bad news is you're not the only one, so you're competing for attention far more than ever. Ever. You're competing for attention. So I'm not saying it's easy. It's not always easy. In fact, I'd say it's not easy to get attention. That's the part you probably got to work at the most. Now, but if you follow this formula, I think it's at least easier. It's at least easier, right? Step number two is get those sums of guns on a list. You got to get them on the list, the money in the list, doc. If you're following a teacher, a trainer, somebody that don't tell you the money is in the list, you really got to wonder what they're smoking, right? Or what they're taking, or you really got to wonder about their sanity or how long they've been in the business. The money's in the list. And you know what? It blows my mind that I go out to, say, a restaurant and they ain't got a list. They ain't got a text message list. They ain't got an email list. They don't even try to have a list. And then they have a slow week or a slow month. And they're like, well, bless God, where our business is slow, but so is Johnny's restaurant down the street. You have a list, you queue up an email, send it out. You queue up a text message, send it out. Instant speaking customers. Instant. All within 15 minutes. People don't understand that. I just don't. Now, if you're saying, Marlon, I do these things just because, you don't hear, for the most part, about the people that succeed with what you're teaching unless you really, really work at it. What you hear is about the people that have problems, right? And they're usually the loudest and they're whiners, the moaners, the complainers. Oftentimes they're a small segment of your total audience, right? But your go-getters, they're just out there doing it, succeeding with it. They don't bother to tell you that it's working, right? So the other people the strugglers, God bless them, right? We've all been strugglers. Uh, we all struggle probably at something, right? They're like, well, I ain't got no list. I don't know how to build my list. It takes too long to build a list. I built a list and it didn't work for me. I'm just teasing. I don't know. Hey, it's YouTube. You got to at least attempt to entertain. I'm not saying I'm entertaining. Maybe annoying as heck, but you're listening, right? All right. So anyway, um, you got to build this. So you say, well, Marlon, then so pray tell, how do I get these people on a list? And s- as long as I remember, and quite honestly, before I remember, going back 100 years, literally 100 years, I can prove that. I have a newsletter where I documented it and showed the ads going back 100 years. It's been the same basic method people have been using. It's called free, FREE. Now, I know some people don't like the word free. It's okay. Free is a micro commitment. You can sell a little entry level thing, a little $7 thing, $27 thing. I got no issues with it. It's a front end, whatever. I like, but the word free is magic. Free book. So, I mean, I've had 100 something people over on my Facebook request my free book in the last couple days. Well, guess where those people went? Those people went on the list. You got that? I did a swap with somebody else. She mailed her list. I mailed mine for her. She mailed hers for mine. We swapped. Where do you think those people went, pray tell? They went on the list. LIST, the email list. Now you can put them on a direct mail list. You can put them on a SMS text messaging list. You can put them on a retargeting. You can put them all kinds of lists, and you're smart if you do. But they go on a list. So step one, build that audience, target your potential buyer. Step number two, get them on a list by offering something free. My freebie is free report reveal, free book on how I sold 70,000 products online at resellertoolkit.com/70 the letter K, 70K. I'll show that to you here real quick just because we're in marketing. I ought to do a halfway decent job of it. I'll show you a couple things here that'll be of interest to you. Resellertoolkit.com/70K. And of course, it comes up freaking lightning fast because I only use the best technology. Okay, here we go. Free book, how I sold 70,000 plus digital products online with free advertising. It's got some little bullet points. You just click here and you can stick in your email address and you can subscribe to my list and you'll get access to the book. And then you get a one-time offer. That's a killer offer that converts at about 8% currently. I mean, if you're doing 3 or 4, that's great. 2 is average. 8 is really great. Now, let me show you the numbers on this. Let me see if I can show you the numbers on it. Let me see. I don't know if the numbers. I closed out the split test, which was a dumb thing to do, to be quite honest, because then you can't get stats. This is what I found out. You close out the split test, and I don't think you can get stats anymore. But I'll show you what I got here. I use Thrive Optimize. All right, so let's just look at our opt-in. I hope we can see my opt-in rate here on it. All right, so the split, the 70K report. This is something else. This is a offer. Here's the 70K report, and this was the main one that I did. So I guess view test details. And version A was the Frank Kern minimalistic page. It converted at 49%. Then mine that I showed you here, and it's really funny because people on Facebook, I asked her, if they would opt into this or not, and they ripped it to freaking shreds, just to shreds, which is okay. It's all good. I learned from it. But I mean, my God, it's converting at 62%. Yes, that's the warm traffic, but just as social media traffic, the best I could freaking track it was at 50%. So it doesn't suck too bad. So that's 60% of this 53 people. I mean, 53 unique visitors here. So that's 33 of them got on my list. 25 got on my list here. Now, let me just show you. Say, well, Marlon, that number don't mean nothing to my hip pocket national bank. Like, the only thing I care about, how much money go into my hip pocket national bank. All right, so let's do 33 plus 25. I apologize for talking this way. I really don't talk that way in real life. It's just, I don't know. You have to entertain a little. So that's 58 people. Now, my average customer over a period of a few months spends $79. So we take 58 times 79. So that's $4,582. $4,582 right there, right? In fact, I'm going to get a screen cap of this. Can I screen cap this? Let's see if I can get like this. I wonder if I got that. Oh my gosh, I got that on a screen cap. It looks really dorky. Here's, I'll show it to you. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's gonna be the thumbnail for my. Look at the expression on my face. I look half asleep, which I probably am. Oh my gosh, that's freaking hysterical. All right. So anyway, these people may not buy like my average customers do, but if they do, it's roughly $80. I think last I calculated, that was like in 60 days, something like that. So that's roughly $5,000 there, more or less. Now, that's only if I do a good job of email marketing to them and making offers to them. If I suck, it's more like $400. I'm not saying I've never sucked in my life, right? Because there's 3 steps to this. You see, step number 1 was target your audience, find your buyers, build your audience. Step number 2, get them on the list. That's this right here. Dog, that's the list right there. Get them on the list, right? Get them on the list. Step number 3 is send them offers. Because, see, these people here, they ain't just buying because they like me, because I'm a good person, because I've been doing this since 1997. Trust me. People think, oh, Marlon, you could do this because you've been People know you've been doing it since 1997. I don't have your credibility, blah, blah. Let me just be real candid here. There are people that have been in the business about 6 months or a year that will just crush it and beat my numbers. And I got like 6 months or a year experience because they had a mentor that put them on like a really great model and they did a great job executing it, right? Now, after they've been doing it 30, 25 or 30 years, you probably don't execute with the same enthusiasm that you did in your first 6 months. So that's the reason. But all I'm saying is that your pedigree don't matter much with customers. Like you can be brand, and this is where I disagree with Alex Hormozy. Alex Hormozy does this whole thing about what right do you have to be a coach if you only do $5,000 or whatever. I'm here to tell you, people that make $5,000 a month are probably better coaches than Alex Hormozy. Alex is great, incredible, fantastic, brilliant. But people that are 5,000 a month, they're teaching people that are like, so how do I set up my squeeze page? I don't got an idea for a freebie. Well, it's not going to help those people. He's way above that. They need hand holding. They don't need the expert comes down from the mountain with the fiery bush over there. They really just need somebody who can help them. I just need somebody to help me, right? So whoever you are and whatever your experience is, like I know a guy on Twitter, when he had 50 people, he was helping people that had 0 people on Twitter get to 50. And I thought it was brilliant. He was coaching them. He got to 100. He was helping people with 50 people get to 100. That's brilliant. And people that say that's unethical are just stupid. They're just dumb. To say that, God bless him, but I think it's dumb, right? Because if you're doing 0 and you want to get to 50 or 100 Twitter followers, the guy that just got 50 or 100 Twitter followers is going to teach you a lot better than the guy that's got 100 million. He don't remember what it was like to get his first 50, or she don't, or they don't, or it don't. Right? All right. So let me put my glasses on here and see if we got any comments. I doubt it. When I go on a rant, like people really don't usually. I usually don't get chats when I'm on a rant, right? So if you watch live, type live. If you watch on replay, type replay. If you watch the bitter end, type bitter end. If you type your name in chat, I can actually see who you are. So here's the deal on this, guys. There's 3 steps, or gals, or people, or whoever. I don't even know what pronouns to use today. It's like we live in this ambiguous world. All right. So number 1, you build your audience. You love your rants. All right. Somebody says they love my rants. Okay. Well, that's good. Number 1 is you build your audience, or you target your potential buyers. I mean, targeting your potential buyers is easier to get a handle on. Like, one time, Sean Mize just targeted people who were WSO sellers back on the Warrior Forum days. That was his target. And it was real clear cut who they were, and he reached them, right? Your target may be coaches. All right, I know how to reach coaches. If I'm just saying, well, build an audience, that's hard to, it doesn't feel very actionable for a lot of people. It's the same thing, to be honest, but it doesn't feel actionable. So target your potential buyers is probably better stated. All right, step number 2, get them on a list with your free offer, right? Now I got another free offer. I didn't show you my other free offer. I got another free offer. Now this one is not really, I love the offer because it's a great report and I just think it's awesome. If you haven't got it, you should. Like, I think it's great. It's a seed marketing kit. It'll come up here in a second. Yeah, maybe. Oh, there we go, dog. My email capture pages are a little slow, to be honest, because I'm on WordPress. But anyway, this is it. This is my seed marketing kit, right? You can kind of see the picture of the report over here. So this is another one of my freebies. This one, um, let's see here. I think I can show you the conversions on it. Are awful. Like really, honestly, the conversions are pretty horrible because seed marketing, people don't know what it is or what the benefit of it is. Now that's my fault. I need to draw a better illustration of the benefits, but sometimes some work better than others. Some are going to work better than others, right? So anyway, we got here, here's my seed marketing here. So we got what? 51 and 6. So we got, now I don't know. Let's try this. I don't know if this is everyone or not. I think this is it. No, this isn't everyone because that says 40, 45. No, we got 2 variations here. That's probably right. Now this one didn't even get any opt-ins. This one got 6 conversions out of 45 people, which is a 13% conversion rate, which is just horrendous. But sometimes people want your freebie and sometimes they don't. Like people just don't get this freebie that well. It's I love the freebie personally. It's a whole kit. Everyone should have it. But people don't find it sexy or interesting. Sometimes it pisses me off. Like you can have something like this. It's really great. It's got reports in, it's got video in, it's got other stuff in, it's a great thing. But people are like, they don't get it. Right. And it just pisses me off because I'm like, you don't see the value in this. That just is annoying. Now, if you want it, you can sell this. I can sell this if I want. I can sell this report if I want, right? But with your freebie, you want something that people know they want and need, and it's impulse, and they just opt in, right? So this probably isn't a very good freebie, and I hate that personally. It just disturbs me at night, keeps me up. It doesn't, but yeah. Anyway, so the step most people get hung up on. Now you can tell me which step if you're listening to this, even if you're on replay. Let me know which step you get hung up on. I probably know. The step you get hung up on is build the audience or target your potential buyers. Most people don't feel they have a problem getting them on a list or making offers. Most people feel their stuck point is building the audience or targeting the potential buyers. So that's why I came up with a starting solution. It's not everything you need to know, but it works. And it's my when you opt in at resellertoolkit.com, the /70K, you get the OTO, which is for my 20-minute marketing system, which is more or less what I'm doing now. It works. So you got to know a lot of the nuances to it. I talk about a lot of that in the product, right? How you do it. That's a great start. It's not, I mean, there's a lot of ways to build an audience, right? But that's where most people get stuck. And if you're stuck there, I understand. There's more things to help you though than like Carter has liver pills. Like I think my 20-minute promotion system is a great place to start because it's practical, it's doable for most people, it will work, it will get you opt-ins. Most of those that I showed you here and on the other one came from this method, not all of them, but most. I also do put this goes over onto YouTube. I get pretty good action over on YouTube. I'll show you something interesting. So I use a couple link trackers. Here's one that I use. I use Pretty Links is one of them. All right. And we can see here, now this is from a social post, social. These are clicks. Oh crap, hold on. This is Pretty Links. So these are clicks from social. And then we have YouTube down here. And the ones from YouTube, we've got bigger numbers here. Like, let me see if I can get more of them on the page here. We got bigger numbers over here on YouTube. Can't I get all of them on one page? That just annoys me to not be able to do that. Okay. Anyway, here's 148 from YouTube, 102, 106, 108. So I got a lot more action from YouTube than anywhere else. Now, some people specialize in Pinterest and crush it, or some people just crush LinkedIn, or some people crush Instagram, right? I'm right now getting my best results over on my YouTube channel. And if you ain't been over there, it's what? YouTube.com. Marlon Centers. And then I'll make one recommendation. I'll be out of here today. All right. So here I am. Here, my lives are here, right? So, like, I'm live right now. No, am I? Yeah, I'm right here, live. This is me. This is us right now, right? But so some of these don't get views. Like, yes, they only got 9 views. That's disappointing to me. But I got 39 here, 44 here, 73, 151, 55, 14 sucks, 19 kind of sucks, 12, 65, 29, 40, 14. So it's all over the place, 38. But I get quite a few clicks. So if you go here, and then here in my description, you know, I got links to my different stuff that people can click, and that does well for me. So anyway, this is it. It's probably the only marketing system you'll ever need, because everything else is a derivation of it. And people try to make it really complicated, because I'll be honest, and then we'll wrap this up. People want to buy something new, and it's rather painful at times. Because, like, okay, let me see if I get this. You don't want to learn about building your audience or targeting potential buyers, getting them on a list, and making offers, and that's what works. You want to hear about something else because it's new. Whether it works, you know, that supposedly works, but it's got a new sexy name on it. And I understand that. We all are driven by dopamine hits. We're all like a slave to dopamine. Dopamine makes you feel good when you learn something new and so forth, right? When you buy something, it makes you feel elated. That's dopamine. We're all like addicted to it. But these, I'm not downing all these new things. They're great. And some of them are really good, but you need that framework. You need a framework and to know what you're doing. Because if you're doing something more complicated than targeting your audience, getting them on a list and making offers, dog, you got a problem. Your marketing system, you're misguided. You're out there on the edge of the freaking moon, because you're listening to somebody that's just selling you what you want to buy, telling you what you want to hear, but they ain't giving you the truth. Dog, I'm sorry. It ain't the truth. You got to understand, people are going to sell you what you want to buy. People are going to tell you what you want to hear, because they want your money. And because people give money for what they want to hear, they don't give money for what they don't want to hear. So people are going to tell you whatever you want to hear, pretty much, right? And I'm not saying those things are wrong. I love learning new things. I love. I buy new stuff all the freaking time. I bought new stuff yesterday to learn about Google Analytics, right? Which is a freaking rabbit hole. But anyway, that was probably a waste of money. But the formula that works is what I just gave you here. And if you're stuck on building your audience and targeting the buyers, then that's what you need to learn more about. Right? I know it's resellertoolkit.com, I think, //20-minute is my product on it. Then I'm going to leave you with one thing. If you don't want to learn it from me and stuff, there's a lot of other people, or maybe you want to learn it from me, but you want to learn it from other people too. That's great. I got no issue with that. There's a lot. I recommend a heck of a lot of people out there. There's a lot of really bright, smart people with some great things to say, right? It's just sometimes you get led away from the basics, and that disturbs me deeply. But you're probably sick of hearing him. But Alex Hermosi, I loved 100 million offers. but his latest book is 100 million leads. It's $10 on Kindle. And it's one of the top 10 direct response, direct marketing books of all time already, in my opinion, because about leads, and there's almost no good books about how to get leads. I'm just saying it. There's just not. I mean, he was really smart. He picked a topic that's an unmet need because there's just hardly crap out there. Like, and this is a killer book. I mean, it's real. Now, getting the print copy mailed to you, good freaking luck. Mine just has a label and it's been 2 weeks. So read the Kindle. Order the print and pray to God it gets here by like Christmas. All right. But like if we just type in Amazon, how to get leads. Okay, so if you're a YouTube agent, oh crap, I didn't show. God, I hate that when I don't have my screen up. Let me just go back and show you Hormozy's book again. I apologize. There's his $100 million offers. Here's his book, $100 million leads. I apologize for not having the screen up. So there it is, $100 million leads. I ordered mine August 19. That's also when I ordered the print copy. All I got's a label. They put a label on something. And that's as far as it's gotten. But anyway, but I love Alex. It's a killer book. He had 180,000 people order, so it takes a while to ship them. All I'm saying is if you go here now and just type in how to get leads, they show you the problem. So we got Alex Hormozy. That's great that it comes up. Lead from any seat. It's not even about getting leads. How to lead. It's not about getting leads. How to get more leads through content marketing. I think I bought this one. We'll look at the table of contents on it. Bunch of workbooks and crap for Alex's thing. People just skimming off his name. How to get leads. Yeah. I mean, when somebody, with all due respect, when the cover is not very professional and stuff, it just does nothing for me. It's probably produced by an outsourcer or, somebody just doing a whole ton of books and stuff. Like, if you can't afford a good cover, we'll look at it, but probably you ain't, like, it's just lead generation. Okay, so this is not bad looking. I mean, it's just really slim pickings when you come here in general. Again, look at the cover. Like, with all due respect, did they spend any money on it? Like, that's how much you spent on your cover. Now, there are books out here. Well, I don't know. Most of these, we'll look at a couple. I purchased this one. Let's see what the thing was on this one. So this is the book here. Right for each stage of the customer journey. I just really haven't seen that working. It's 71 pages. I'm sure there's some good ideas in there, but it doesn't really. So how to get leads on social media. All right. Let's see if we have a table of contents. No. All right. With all due respect to the author. I mean, when the table of contents is all jacked up, I don't know. All right. And again, I don't even like the table of contents. It just doesn't, to me, I don't know. It's 75 pages. Yeah. I mean, you may read it and be like, no, Marlon, that was the best thing since sliced bread. They just really, I look at it and I'm like, no, dog, that just doesn't fly. It's just real. Now, this one is good, like the LinkedIn system. I'll show you this one. I think this one is good. But I believe this one's a couple years old. See when it was 95 pages. Again, it's just not that in depth. Like Hormozy's is 450 pages. It's produced in 2020. I think a lot has happened on LinkedIn since 2020, right? So That's the challenge and why I do what I do, and I try to help people figure out how to target people and how to build an audience, right? Because I don't think there's a lot of good stuff out there on it. Anyway, listen, I got to roll. You all have a great day. If this helped you, uh, uh, let me know in chat. Type live. If you watch on replay, type replay. If you watch to the bitter end, type bitter end. Listen, y'all have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.